Alright, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to use point slope form. So just a reminder, slope-intercept form of an equation is going to be where you have y by itself, y equals mx plus b. Well, that's great if you know the y-intercept and you know the slope, you can easily make that equation. But sometimes we don't know that information. Maybe all we know is a point that the line goes through and the slope of the line, or maybe all we know is just 2 points. And in that case, we have another tool in our toolbox that we call point slope form, and it works out this way: y minus y sub 1 equals m parentheses x minus x sub 1, and then where y sub 1 and x sub 1 are the x and y coordinates of a point that the line goes through. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just work some equations where we isolate y and put it into slope-intercept form. So we just need to do some algebra to move things around to get y by itself. This first one, all we have to do is subtract 3x from both sides to get negative y equals negative 3x minus 19. And then, since y is not by itself yet, we just need to divide that by negative 1 to give us y equals positive 3x plus 19. This next one, 3x plus 5y equals negative 20. Subtract 3x from both sides. Gives us 5y equals negative 3x minus 20. Divide both sides by 5. And that leaves us with y equals negative 3/5 x. And then negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. This last one here is an example of an equation written in point slope form. So the first thing we'll do is distribute the 3 to make that 3x plus 12, and then we add 1 to both sides, so we get y equals 3x plus 13. Alright, so this next part is asking us to determine whether each pair of lines is parallel, perpendicular, or neither parallel nor perpendicular. Well, definition of a parallel line would be ones that have exactly the same slope. The definition of perpendicular lines are slopes that are opposite and reciprocal, and if they are neither of those, then we would say they are neither parallel nor perpendicular. Alright, so this first one, the slope is 3, because this is in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, so the m is 3. This one, the slope is negative 1/3, because this is in point slope form, y minus y sub 1 equals m parentheses x minus x sub 1, and the m is right there in front of the parentheses, so the slope is negative 1/3. And we have opposite reciprocal slopes. One's positive, one's negative, one's 3/1, one's 1/3, so that means they are perpendicular. This next one, we have y equals 3 and x equals 1. Y equals 3, the equation of that shows us that there is a slope of 0. Y equals 3, slope is 0. And x equals 1, the slope of that, it's a vertical line, so the slope is undefined. So y equals 3 is a horizontal line. X equals 1 is a vertical line, so therefore these have to be perpendicular. Alright, going to this next one. Again, we have this is in point slope form, so our slope is before the parentheses, negative 3/4. This next one is in slope-intercept form. And again, that puts it right before the x, so the slope of that one is m equals negative 3/4. So with the slopes being exactly the same, we know these are parallel. Alright, and that next one here, we have y equals 2x plus 3, so the slope is 2 for the first one. And in point slope here, the slope is 1/2. Now, these are reciprocals, but be careful, they are not negative reciprocals or opposite reciprocals. So because they're not opposite reciprocals, they're not parallel or perpendicular. They are neither. Alright, next, write an equation of a line given the slope that contains the given point. It goes through the point -4, 6 with the slope of -2. So we know that we can use point slope form, x1, y1, and this is our m. So y minus 6 equals m of -2, parentheses x minus -4. Minus -4, same thing as +4. So y minus 6 equals -2x minus 8. I have to redistribute that -2. Then we add 6 to both sides to get y equals -2x minus 2. Alright, 8 comma -3 with a slope of 1/2. So that's x1, that's y1, and this is m. So y minus -3, same thing as +3, equals 1/2, parentheses x minus 8. So distribute that 1/2. 1/2 of 8 is 4. Then we subtract 3 from both sides to get y equals 1/2 x minus 7. Alright. So we can do this again. Y minus 8 equals 5, parentheses x plus 4. So that's 5x plus 20. And we add 8. Y equals 5x plus 28. And then this last example here, y plus 6 equals -3, parentheses x minus 5. So y plus 6 is equal to -3x plus 15. So subtract 6, and we get y equals -3x plus 9. Alright, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or a Canvas message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.